Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Mandi, author of 10 young adult novels so far. We're going, conference weekend. For a second there, I forgot what words were, but that's fine. Who needs words when you're about to spend a weekend talking to people about books? This is fine. It's a good start. It's a good start. Yes. So I go to a homeschool convention every year in Wichita, and this year I'm doing Wichita and also Kansas City. So this week is Kansas City, next week is Wichita. I don't know if there'll be 2 vlogs or just one. I was gonna say big one, but I don't usually film a lot, so just one, whatever size it is. We'll see what happens, how much I film, what I decide to do. Anyway, I have been getting inventory boxes for a while and not opening them, so that's what I'm doing now, is double checking inventory, and then packing, and then conventioning, or something. It's fine. It's gonna go great. Why did one book come not in the box? I don't know. Oh boy. Hi. Are you coming with me to the conference? What do you think you're doing, Missy? You're not coming. But I love you. Hey. It's different. Oh,
it's
that's
at the end of an aisle or something.
Foggy. Well, we don't have it in Wichita, but what I'm saying is they might just do that here.
No, I mean all
is.
the other conferences I go to. I go to conferences.
You go to conferences. You're a conferencey person.
No, I just have to. Some of us
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for those hands. Just remember, a lot of fun stuff.
Nice. We could do that.
Like watching Modern Family.
That's the thing we could do. You'll thank me later. You have millions of hours of B-roll.
Feet walking.
Very interesting content. It's fuzzy.
Hello. Nose hairs. How zoomed are you gonna zoom?
It was pretty zoomed, but I'm unzooming it. So, Mandi, tell us about your books. What's your spiel?
I don't have a spiel. Stop.
You literally wrote a script. So tell me about your books.
No. I can't listen. You know that I film
Alone?
in an empty house when no one is around.
Yeah, the fact, but you can hold a conversation, so that's what you're doing.
To the camera.
To me.
Hi.
Hi.
It's too awkward.
So tell me about your book.
Just have like voiceover. I don't know what to tell you. What do you want me to say about the books?
Are they fantasy? Is there magic?
No, there's not.
Are they...
What was the spiel?
Are they clean?
Clean Christian? No, clean faith-based.
Yes.
I can't do it.
Somewhat historical.
Pseudo-historical.
Robin Hood. Robin Hood.
Robin Hood. I hope it's picking up all of this.
What a good conversation. I've never talked to anyone so naturally in my life.
Welcome to the vlog. Don't look so excited to be here.
That's it. That's all we get. Hello, maybe?
Are you videotaping me?
Yep.
Yes.
Why are we videotaping me?
So you're here. Part of the fun.
Come buy books.
Say it louder.
Come buy books.
Good job. Each book is from a different character's perspective, so you get the same story, but unique view on it. And this is the sequel series, the same characters, 10 years later. This is a more traditional book 1 and book 2 versus this series that you could technically read in whatever order you wanted to.
Okay. All right.
Also, don't have physical copies currently, but I have a dystopian futuristic story.
That's what it is. Finding hope. I was trying to explain this to somebody the other night and I couldn't remember. We couldn't remember.
Hello friends, I am headed home from the second of 2 conferences. I didn't film this one at all. And I didn't do an update at the end of the last one. I filmed a few small clips, not much, while I was in Kansas City. Anyway, there wasn't a lot of filming between the 2, is the point, and now I'm headed home from the second one. So, I'm going to give a little update. It was good. We sold books, talked to a lot of people, had some fascinating conversations. In Kansas City specifically, there were a lot of people who were noticing the females on my covers, picking up book 1, which has Marion and Lucy on the cover, and being like, oh, there's women, female-led Robin Hoods. One lady was really excited and was like, ooh, gender reversal. But most of them were picking it up like, why women? And one guy was like, green, he picked it up and was looking at the girls and was like, it's like Robina and Wilma Scarlet. So that was entertaining and sort of odd. It wasn't that way in Wichita. I mean, people noticed the girls, but they weren't like disturbed by or confused by or disgusted by the girls. Anyway, so that was weird. I don't remember that happening in previous years. Kansas City is a weird place to be. Did have one person concerned about Robin Hood in general because, you know, he's a thief, which is not ideal behavior to be encouraging. So this is valid. Anyway, it was good. Had some interesting conversations, but overall it was good. I did have in Wichita, in this one conference I just finished, I did have a reader from last year, got the books last year and came back. He came back this year with questions. Seemed a little disappointed, I think, that each of the books is essentially the same story, just from a different character's perspective. You get different backstory scenes depending on who's telling the story, and there are scenes. There's unique scenes in each of the books depending on who's telling the story. But some of the scenes are the same across all the books. There might be little differences in the scene, just because individuals will be reacting to the circumstances differently, but overall it's the same scene, if that makes sense. And he came up to the table, he's like, I read the first 2, I stopped halfway through the 3rd one, and like, why did you do that? I was like, I don't know, man, that's just what I did. I wanted to write the series that way. don't know what to tell you. You don't have to like it. It's fine. I don't know what to tell you. I also thought it was interesting because when I'm at these conventions, my sort of selling point, the way I talk about it, is that it's a retelling of the legend of Robin Hood, and each of the books is told from a different character's perspective. It's essentially the same story, but there'll be some different scenes depending on who's telling the story. So I think the way that I sell it, you know, to the people before they buy it, I think I explained that. But he was confused, and he came back this year and was like, why? Tell me why you did that. I don't really have a why. I wrote the first one, The Legend of the Thief, which is actually, it was Lucy's legend back then. Yeah, I don't know. I wrote Lucy's legend, and it was great. And then I wanted to know more about Gisborne, so I wrote the story of Gisborne. And then I was like, what if I dive into Much's story? So I wrote Always in Shadow. And then I was like, what if I dive into Dusty's backstory? And then I wrote Dusty. And then I was like, what if I learned more about where Alan came from? What made Alan Alan? And then I wrote The Tragedy of the Traitor. So there wasn't really a why behind it per se. I wrote one book, and then I was like, now I'm curious about another character, and I wrote that book. And I was like, now I'm curious about another character. Anyway, I don't think he was satisfied with that answer, but that's fine. But it was good overall. Sold in Wichita, sold about as many as I sold last year. I didn't sell out this year because I came prepared. So that was good. My biggest fear, honestly, was that I would run out of books at one of the booths. I mean, really, I was afraid that I'd run out of books in Kansas City and that I wouldn't have time to restock for Wichita. I was unnecessarily freaked out about that. But it was fine. Had enough books at both conferences. Legend of the Thief, book 1, sold the most, which makes sense. And then Dusty was the other book that sold quite a few, which was surprising.